Welcome back to Cutting It Up. I am your host, Liz Groeschen, and tonight we are joined, tonight, I'm not sure when this is going to be aired. We are joined by Oliver Covrett, owner, founder of Boerum Studios, and photographer extraordinaire, I have to mention as well.
Good morning.
Good morning, evening. Thank you for joining me.
You're going to be asking me questions, right? How do you actually focus on a piece of art while, answering questions at the same time? I think it's different.
I find that first, it's good to just pick, something and not think too much about it and just start cutting.
Okay.
Because then...
So we're going for imperfection here.
Yes. There's no mistakes. Ugh. It's not going to be perfect.
Okay.
But it is fun to see where the wind takes us in conversation and collage.
Now I'm more interested in this array that you have in front. I can do this anytime.
Yeah, but you can do both. You can pick one or the other. Okay. So and sometimes I'll start cutting one. And then, do you want it?
Kinda. No, I'm gonna peruse. I'm gonna peruse.
And sometimes I'll be cutting something and then I'll be like, this isn't working out. And sometimes I just see what happens.
This is one thing I really envy about the artwork that you do, is that you actually get it done.
Sometimes.
You put things out.
I try.
And I don't know, the perfectionism in me can it gets me stuck in the process, which is one of the things I love being an artist and the creative process, all about the process, just getting stuck into it. But then, man, I've got so many unreleased things.
You just I never haven't released them yet.
True, exactly. Getting lost in the process is infinite. The artistic process, right? It's infinite. And so there's something safe about it, where you can just you can keep going, and it's never complete until you say it's complete. And the thing about it finally being complete is the thing that is anxiety inducing, I think.
With that in mind, okay, how did you start your own business?
Just jumping off a cliff, I guess, right? You just got to do it. Yeah, I remember that process was pretty nerve-wracking, especially coming from a job that I worked at for 10 years. That was safe, comfortable, and had good benefits and all that stuff. But I remember hitting the 10-year mark and looking around and being like, I can't die here. That's what it was for me.
This can't be the end?
This can't, my story is untold. I have to do more.
How'd you get started?
As a photographer, I've done that for, I think since I was 13 or something like that. So 20 plus years. Yeah. And that's just always kind of been in my blood, in the background. And then leaving my desk job, I was like, I'm going all in on photography, opening a studio. Originally it was just meant to be mine, with the idea that I would probably rent it out to kind of supplement some of the costs. Okay. And then that has just kind of taken on its own business model, and has in a lot of ways become a lot more profitable than just being a photographer, a commercial photographer.
Did you ever have any hesitation, or was it more of an organic progression that it turned out that way? Because first of all, Boerum Studio is beautiful. Studios. It's beautiful. It's just, I think, a really calm and welcoming and creative space where you really walk in and you feel like, oh, we can make something here.
Even though I've been a business owner, quote unquote, for the past 5 years now, or more or less, it's still not something that I necessarily fully identify with. I mean, in some ways I do, of course, now. But it's, I've always worked for a company or done freelance or, I don't know, something like that. And so now to kind of take a step back and see the thing that I've created in the way that other people perceive it, it's kind of what I imagine is having being a mother or father, right? Having a child and being yes, I'm responsible for this thing and it is my creation, but it's also its own thing. And you just kind of have to take a step back. But there's pride in that too.
But yeah. I'm guessing that your studio doesn't have peanut butter fingers all over.
You'd be surprised. We have our own peanut butter fingers in a lot of ways.
Yes? Yeah. What are your peanut butter fingers?
Like brick dust.
Oh. What? How does that
Because it's an old industrial loft, right? Yes. So it's a bunch of raw brick everywhere. And so there's I know where all the dirt is. You know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
make sure that I hide it from everybody else so they don't know where the dirt is.
I've never seen the dirt.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Good job,
I
good
would,
hiding.
Literally, why I was 5 minutes late is because I was mopping the floor right before I came here.
How often does brick dust occur? I've never like thought of brick dust.
The amount of I've been sweeping up brick dust for 5 years. I can't imagine there's any more bricks left to be swept up. It just happens.
How do you still have like walls?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. But these
I've
are the
always
things
wanted
that
exposed brick, and
Yeah.
so now I'm like reconsidering. What are your fires look like?
It's a pretty good question. My fires look like freight elevators breaking down. There's always something. My fires are mostly, I remember last year I was in Rome with my mother, and I'm still like trying to manage the studio as I'm on the other side of the world. And then like, our freight elevator, we're located on the 4th floor. Our freight elevator broke down. We have this big production coming in that's like shooting medical equipment or something like that, right? And nobody wants to, like, you can't physically move all this stuff up 4 flights of stairs.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like walking around Rome on the phone, like dealing with like building, like maintenance, building management, production, stuff like that, just trying to like find solutions to fix this
Sure.
thing, make sure my customer is happy, make sure I can actually fix this thing for the building. Luckily that was just a one-time situation, but yeah, stuff like that, I would say. No literal fires, which is good.
What has been the most like fun experience that you've had since opening up this business?
I would say like in general, it's just walking in the morning. I know that's kind of a lame answer, but like
It's not lame.
like on a clear day, the sun's coming in, the birds are flying around. Just have a moment of peace in the studio. I get to go in. I don't know. I know it sounds weird, but I just love sweeping and mopping. You know what I mean? It's like taking care of the thing that you love.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like little moments like that that give you an opportunity for like reflection and gratitude. And I know that's not quote unquote fun, but it's a moment that I can really appreciate what I do. Sometimes the coolest or funnest moments of owning and operating a business, in the moment they don't feel fun because there's like, I don't know, the stakes are so high, I guess.
Really?
Like celebrities or directors or whatever, all that stuff,
sure,
right?
Sure.
Where most people would be like, oh, you've got like XYZ celebrity or blah, blah, blah here, right? And
But you're not when it's
in the
happening,
moment, you're just like, I don't know, you're not really like, oh my God, this is so fun.
You're just
know?
like, I hope everything goes well.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like hosting a really great party.
Yeah, for sure.
You just want everybody else to have fun.
Yes.
Even if it's at your own
And
expense.
you're in a host mode, and as much as we love hosting the parties, being in host mode is...
It's a little stressful.
For sure. 100%.
If you're a good host, right?
I mean, I have fun anyway, but you don't get to enjoy it the way that other people enjoy it. Because one, you're being responsible. Two, you're having a bunch of 5-minute single serving kind of conversations. You want to make sure everybody, gets a moment of your time and blah, blah, blah. But you don't get to really just relax, and it's kind of the same thing with owning a business, I feel like. I do like throwing parties, though.
That's what I thought. Are you doing squares?
Yeah, I'm going to do a few different squares from these images here.
And these are all images that you photographed.
This was my friend Shaq. He's an amazing dancer. He's in The Lion King. And yeah, I was just
Can
kind
I see them? Can you spread some out?
Well, I mean, they're all the same ones.
Oh, okay.
So the idea is that instead of collaging multiple images together, you just take the same one and maybe cut it up
I like what you did there.
on the nose in different ways, right? To create a little puzzle, so to speak, of the one image. Can I ask you questions as well?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I love being a fly on the wall for your artistic process too. And not that I get to see the process so much, but I have so much respect and admiration for the way that you are actually... You think in terms of projects, it feels like.
Because every year I do a 100-day project.
Yeah.
And it helps me kind of like empty out my brain. And it also helps me, I think it's probably similar to like mopping and sweeping. Like after I clean a room, you're like, oh yes, I did it. It's finished.
Right.
Like I did the work and I can see the results.
Right.
And I feel like I have to balance like long-term and short-term projects for my brain. sometimes it helps me get through a long-term project. If I have like a short-term project, like a 100-day project, to just like have something like really immediate in a way.
Yeah, for sure.
But then it also, for those projects specifically, I really try to do something where I'm not taking myself too seriously. Because maybe where your turn to correct me if I'm wrong, where you might want it to be perfect, I think I guess it's the same. I just like overthink it. Like, I'm like, okay, but what if I do this? And then, I need to learn how to do this to do this.
Yeah, for sure.
But then if I'm painting on a butter wrapper, I can be like, Liz, it's a butter wrapper.
It's a butter wrapper, right.
Like, it's okay. Or if I give myself a time constraint, like, you can't go further, Liz. Like, it's been 10 minutes, you have to be done. Yeah. And so it just kind of helps put parameters on at least one project where I'm not giving myself parameters on maybe a different project.
Right. You kind of lower the expectations, so to speak. Like, but once you get past that, you do 100 days in, and now you've got a substantial body of work that is more powerful as the sum of its parts, you know?
Yes, like every year I'm like, this is ridiculous. This is silly. Like, this looks not great on its own. But then when you do put them together, it's like, oh, wow. Like, this looks cool.
This has something to say. No, I really admire that. It's something that...
Thank you.
I get lost in the sauce a lot.
It's easy to get lost in the sauce.
You know?
And then I beat myself up over getting lost in the sauce. And I'm like, oh, why did I spend an hour thinking instead of just making?
Right, exactly. But then once you get into that flow state of making, it feels so good. That's the thing that we want to do as artists a lot of the times.
And I feel like the more you do, the more you want to do. And so even right now, you know, like, we're just, technically you're looking at us and we're kind of cutting. But I think a lot of times when I am just in the process of doing something like this, my brain is, even if I recognize it or not, ideas come together a little bit more quickly.
I mean, you also have to think about questions to ask.
Yeah, but I'm
sure you're flowing at this point, but still.
I'm just like so curious.
Well, that's difficult.
And so then I'm just like, no, tell me more.
Yeah. It's easy for you.
How can I get in your brain, Oliver?
Yeah.
You came here in this motorcycle vibe.
I got my license back in like 2019, I think.
Okay.
So it hasn't been that long.
That really hasn't been that long. Have you always wanted to have a motorcycle?
I don't know.
Really? It wasn't like because I actually have always wanted to have one. That's why I'm asking you about it.
Look, I will say this. I think people that don't ride motorcycles think that like riding a motorcycle is the most dangerous thing in the world. And to some extent, of course, there's danger involved, right? But no more necessarily than like crossing the street or driving a car or this or this or this. And maybe,
or being an American.
Or being an American in general, right? There's always kind of danger inherent. What I love about it, like, like there's close calls and there's times you're like, oh, I gotta be more careful there or whatever. But you, in the same way that you drive, especially when you first learn to drive, it seems so intimidating, and then you do it and then it becomes second nature.
Right.
And so my peripherals are always going. Yeah. I'm looking at, if like cars that are parked, if I'm noticing if somebody's sitting in a car that's parked, like, and I'm looking at them.
If they're going to like change it up.
Or open the door. I'm looking in their rearview mirror to see car, I'm noticing when side view mirrors are open or closed. If they're closed, then nobody's in the car. But like things like that. And all this happens in a split second. Okay. And so it's one of those things that you learn where to look and how to look and where to drive and where the threats are and how to mitigate them. And I've never, knock on wood,
all of it,
been in an accident like that. A few little close calls, but for the most part, I've been fine. I think it's the best way to get around the city.
That's one of the reasons why I want one, because then I could just zip around to like all of my things and make it more fun.
If I'm running late, which inherently I probably am, I get anywhere in 15 minutes.
You always find parking?
Right out front. Literally, the door right here, parked right out front. And so you get anywhere in 15 minutes, and then it's super cinematic and romantic, and like you're going across the bridge at sunset, and like it's really nice. It's really nice. It's really nice.
Is it good for the dates?
Yes.
Vibes,
for sure.
Are you like, I'll give you a ride home?
Yeah, I'm like, come on, just hop on the back.
Do you always have an extra helmet?
I will bring an extra helmet if I know that I'm gonna offer somebody a ride.
How's your collage coming?
I've got 2 pieces cut.
You're more than me. I only have some hands.
Yeah, but that's detailed. I've seen you've been carving. Oh, I see what you're doing.
Something's gonna happen here.
That's nice. I think I've always kind of back to the project thing. It's something that I've never really been good at. Like a lot of people will be like, Ollie, like you should do like a show, right? An exhibit as a photographer. And I'm like, I don't know, like I have interest in it, but I'm not really interested in. I'm sure you've been to art shows where you can tell that like the I don't know, it's just all kind of hobbled together. You know what I mean? Like there's really no, like they're forcing a through line between all of this work, and it just seems something that's kind of like I don't know, derivative or
it's just not working. There's not like a seam, or I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, a seam is a good word. And so I feel like I'd always want to create with the intention of saying something much more broad and bigger and louder, as opposed to being like, oh, here's all my work from the past 10 years, let me find a theme now. You know? Sometimes
themes do jump out. Like, I'm not opposed to that kind of exploration at all. Have you been photographing while you've been managing Boerum Studios?
Yeah, for
or
sure.
Is it hard to do both?
It's hard in the way that it's hard to be an adult sometimes, but
What's hard for you about adulting?
multitasking.
You know what I've realized?
What?
I think multitasking is a scam. I don't think that it's a thing that actually is done or should be done.
What do you mean?
Maybe the marketing around multitasking is what I'm against.
In the way that you're supposed to be hyper productive and...
I don't necessarily think that I am a multitasker. I think I am better at having multiple things happening and then going from one to the next. But I know that other people would say that's multitasking.
Instead of doing multiple things at one time, you're just organized in the way that you do them.
Yes.
Which is multitasking.
No.
No, it's just having a to-do list.
Yes.
It's just being organized.
It's just being organized.
Yeah. Okay, I do understand what
Does
you're saying.
that make sense?
For sure, as opposed
Your
to doing
articulation of it was way better than mine.
instead of doing multiple things at one time, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Which is, very hard in and of itself.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's doing this thing.
Right.
Which is still difficult.
Which I can't do, but I can do this first on my list.
And now just get that going.
Look at this. That was.
True multitasker.
I am always really interested in any like tools or tips that somebody like lives and dies by.
Okay.
Whatever it may be. Do you have any?
I would probably say, let's talk about life. Life tips.
Okay. Give them to me. I need all the life tips I can get.
I would definitely say organization to be productive, right? Like, I live and die on a to-do list, 100%. Stay organized. But I think, to me, the thing that feels like the most rewarding in life is to find some type of balance in whatever it is that you choose to do, right? So whether it's between business, art, relationships, yourself, movement, meditation, reading, all that stuff. And so for me, I think recently I've been reading a lot and just really being tuned in enough to be able to like listen to your body and be like, all right, what do I need right now in this moment?
Yeah.
Right? I need to move more. I need more me time. I need more relationship time, right? I need more artistic output. I need more, business and movement in that area. And just to be able to sit still enough where you can kind of understand where you want to go and what you want to do and listen to your body. But for me, I've been reading, and reading has been like giving me a lot of peace and resolve which allows me to go and be productive in other things, whether it's art or business or things like that. So I don't know if that's a tip, but to me it seems like it's been something that's been really valuable to me recently.
Yeah, I think that everybody's kind of struggling with that lately.
So wait, we have to be done with this by the time Robin says cut?
Do you feel like extra pressure now?
All right, don't talk to me for the next 5 minutes.
We can have some silent time.
This is throwing me back to like being in photography class and like photography going from something that I just love to do on my own time to being like somebody's like, you got deadlines, and I was like, this changes everything.
Yeah, it does. It does change a little bit, but it's still for fun. And remember, there's no wrong way to make a collage.
This is great. You're giving very warm motherly energy, and I think I need that right now.
Do you?
Yeah. It's okay. There's no wrong way.
You know what? We just have to be patient with ourselves,
Yeah.
even when we don't want to be. So at Boerum Studios, done a few movie nights.
Oh yeah, it's super fun. So we have a creative community called Tienda, and it kind of started with the idea that all the photographers in New York all kind of know each other and hang out together and are like siloed into this kind of creative silo. And same with the dancers and the people in the culinary industry and tattoo artists, and it's everybody knows each other in those kind of creative circles, but they're all very siloed. And so we wanted to start a creative community that made an effort to kind of bring them all together and the guise of like a creative collaboration. We do like art shows, we do creative collaborations, but we also have cinema club, which is really fun, which you and Andrew should come to. You're more than welcome. It's all free. All the events that we do are free. And it's just cool creative people, and it's nice when you have a space and you can
use
host,
that space.
you know?
Yeah.
But I also think it's one of those things where I don't know, I like doing fun things in the city, but I don't know, I didn't want to wait and to be invited to something or wait for somebody else to do it. It's like we should just be leaders in our community and create opportunities for people to come together.
Definitely.
You know? It's super fun. It's cute, and it's nice that it's to see it have grown into its own thing now.
Yeah.
You know, it has its own brand, and people are its ambassadors and kind of go out and invite other people, and there's always new people at every cinema club. It's really fun, and there's a lot of community involvement, and it's just nice because I love watching films, and so I'm going to do it anyway. So it's better to do it in a community with other people, sharing that energy, yelling at the screen, throwing popcorn, you know, more or less. Look, like social media was great when it served its purpose of bringing communities, especially marginalized communities, together that didn't really have access to each other. And then capitalism got its grubby little hands on it, and now it's just QVC, it feels like, right? Like, especially Instagram. People that we were there to connect with got replaced with advertisements and this and this and this, right? And things trying to sell you. And so now I think we all just have a really sour taste in our mouth, and none of us have said, I'm off of it, It's still very much part of the world that we live in, but
it's like we have to, and it's like we don't have to, but we like feel
for
like
sure.
we have to.
In some ways it feels like that, right? But what we are in control of are these little things, right? Like human connection, doing things in person, being intentional about who we spend our time with and how we do it. And I think that never replaces it, and we all feel it. And every time that we host a community event, people are just like, man, I need this, I miss this. You know, and it seems so simple, but you know, over the past 10-15 years of being extraordinarily online, you know, it's like we kind of take the in-person stuff for granted, the third spaces, you know, so to speak. So yeah, I mean, I totally relate to that. Something like this, where it seems just maybe simple, you know, doing a collage together with a friend, it is really important. And it is kind of an act of protest in and of itself, because we're being intentional about not necessarily doing something that is so online and so digital, as we're surrounded by digital cameras.
As we're surrounded by digital cameras. I get it.
But you know what I mean. It is important. It is really fun.
I hope this was fun and not stressful.
You know, at first I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna multitask. But now
You just did one thing after another.
glue is being applied,
while we're gluing,
It's
no
happening.
pressure.
It's happening. It's coming.
Is it?
It's about to. I'm mapping it out.
Yeah?
I'm moving faster now. I'm embracing imperfection. Now I just need like one other little eyeball or something.
There's plenty here. Friends and strangers alike, where can they find you in Boerum Studios?
At Oliver Covrett is my personal Instagram, at Boerum Studios. A lot of people think it's in Boerum Hill because it's the same, but it's like Boerum Street in East Williamsburg.
Boerum Street, yes.
Boerum.
Yes. Okay.
So there's a Boerum Street, but it's over by the Morgan L train station. All right, glue has been applied.
Uh-oh.
Commitments have been made.
Here we go. I think I've given up on finding something else. So we're just going to stick with the pizza vibes and hands. Pizza and hands.
All right, we're going to expedite this. Man, I've been using a glue stick since 1997.
It was a good year.
It was a good year.
What's one piece of advice before we go that you would give to somebody who's interested in starting their own business?
Business? There's a few, but all right. Well, there's one thing that I always like because it rhymes, that I think is a genuinely good piece of business advice. Is that they say the riches are in the niches, right? Or
okay.
niches, but if you're in the Midwest, the niches, right? Like
I've always said niches.
right. Everybody says niches, but I
Okay.
think for the sake of rhyming,
Okay.
it's niches at this point.
All right.
Don't try and create something that is like applicable to everybody. Create something that is very specific, and don't try and please everyone. Just do something that's a nice little segment corner of the market and do that really well. And you're gonna find a good customer base, a good market right there just for that. And then I think the other more important thing is just be good to people. If you have a good work ethic and you're a good person and you do what's right. Sorry, now it's difficult because now I'm trying to say profound statements but also finish this.
You don't have to be profound.
No, it's gotta be profound. You get one thing out of me. You get art or profound statements. But no, I think if you have a good work ethic, you're good to people, and you're not afraid to try, and like you're gonna succeed in whatever it is you do. And they also say that like the time to jump is when it feels like the scariest.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I've really kind of lived by that. And being farther in business for myself now doesn't feel like I still get the nervies. Like I'm expanding, I'm looking at getting another studio, and I'm like, this is a significant investment. This is scary. Da, da, da. Is it gonna fail? You know, upset. That one's upside down. Kind of like it upside down.
Oh, I think it's good upside down.
See, I'm so used to doing all the straight lines perfectly.
I like the not straight lines.
yeah,
Are you ready to reveal?
Let's reveal.
I do like the not straight lines. Yeah. How do you feel?
I feel good. I think actually this was like I came in here with a very specific idea type of thing, and you have to let go, embrace the chaos. And actually in some ways you've inspired me to try this differently.
We've got them. Thank you for joining us. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. This is wonderful.
Okay, now it's my turn to say like, subscribe, press all of the buttons in all of the places. And remember, it's your turn. Go cut something up.
That's a good little tagline at the end.
Go cut something up?
Yeah.
I've been working on it. It's better than go stick it to them.
Yeah.
Can't do that. I tried that.
I think the tagline should be every time it's something different, and it's just exceedingly cheesier and cheesier.